This is LAPD group stalking. The entity is maintaining engineered light inside of my apartment. None of this is a natural environment. The sun is remaining over Ontario Town Square. There is no sunlight that's going to hit building 1818. There's no sunlight that's going to appear inside of my apartment. There is no sun that will be over in alignment to my living room window. All right, this is the ongoing obsession that is exhibited by a police department that are demonstrating demon possession, and criminally speaking, it is relevant positioning, amplified audible activity, and they are creating light activity while they are maintaining this specific environment inside of my apartment and on the property. I'm being monitored by the people of the state who surround in relevant position. They live in relevant position. They travel in relevant position. This is a state system. I'm subject to a massive system right now. This is Exhibit A over here in relevant position. Again, this whole property is documented. I don't need to know their name. They're engaged in monitoring with the state. That's why the specific environment is here. And this is actually demonic as well. And while you see them driving, this is monitoring me. That's what they're actually concerned with. And you know that because that's why you have the supernatural present. That's why you have a police department stalking. It is currently 9:37 a.m. and this is what I'm speaking to, the ongoing obsession exhibited by the Los Angeles Police Department, who use helicopters to engage in the pattern of conduct, which is the pattern that is documented by the state. This is the same exact pattern of group stalking that has been documented by the Ontario Police Department, by the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, by the Fontana Police Department, by the Upland Police Department, and these police departments, I also traveled to their literal venues, their address where these departments remain, and the entity placed the light source over their departments, which is, again, speaking to what is not the natural environment. It is identifying those that are participating in this demonic targeting system. And I want to be clear, where the entity is maintaining the light source, as you saw in video documentation that I reminded you about on August 17, 2021, after this entity engaged in kidnapping. And that's what you're doing. You have no lawful jurisdiction, not only when you're making up information as the state, but also while you are criminally monitoring a targeted individual. You are engaged in the unlawful seizure of that person, and the entity engaged in kidnapping while they were monitoring me. August 17, 2021 is a reminder of the light source, which is under no circumstances ever going to be over Alvarado Gardens. Like I said, I can give you vivid illustration after vivid illustration, which is speaking to the obsessive endeavor, which is highly criminal, and with ongoing real-time knowledge that that these demons are being exposed in video. They're monitoring my phone right now. They're all in relevant position, obsessed with every word that I utter, covering up the light source in real time, just to reveal it again after I turn off my video camera. Literally, these are psychopaths that are to be removed, promptly removed, and they are deserving of what is the most potent type of mental examinations, placed in mental institutions, placed in federal prison. And this is not something that this is based on their pattern of conduct. This is based on the criminal system. This is based on this malicious system that is occurring in the state of California. And it is by a demented group of people, a massive group of people that are of a specific condition. And this is the explanation for their obsession. It is irrational, it's unreasonable, and by virtue of the identity of that actor, the state, acting directly via the Los Angeles Police Department, who are obsessed with where I'm at, and their obsession with being where I'm at, being around me, is called relevant position in a specific environment. There's no sunlight that's going to be hitting building 1818. There's no sunlight that's going to appear moving on the walls inside of my bedroom. There is no sunlight that's going to appear inside of my living room while the entity is maintaining a light source over me in Ontario, California, and remaining over me while I travel both in the morning and then back to that Ontario Police Department in the afternoon, and the light source is remaining over me in its zenith for the duration of the day. The same goes with the Ontario Town Square, where it's rising at the Ontario Town Square, and it remains in alignment to me setting at the Ontario Town Square. There is no sun that's going to be present. There's no sunlight that's going to hit building 1818 at any time of day. The entity is maintaining a specific environment. That specific environment is relevant to the criminal conduct that the people of the state are engaging in. And that's what you see when they are driving in relevant position. That's light activity, relevant positioning, while my voice is literally the means of audible activity. And those demons are focused on me, and they know what I'm doing as I'm doing it. Okay, that's the sex offender. And this is the nature of demon possession and the demonic methods of targeting an American citizen, which is occurring in plain sight in American society here in the state of California. It's currently 9:40 a.m. This is P.O.C. I want to show you what has not left. All the entity did was cover up its light source. But you already know that the fake sun remains here after 4 p.m. every day, because I've already captured it here. And it's the same thing. While I'm standing in the living room window, you're witnessing the demonic. Never mind this. This is my tea kettle. That's me creating, that's my tea kettle. But the entity is maintaining a light source, covering it up as I speak to their demon possession, as I speak to what is their criminal system. Like I said, in every way, the malice that the demon possessed exhibit, that's a threat that they pose to the government. You are removing these demons from their positions as in law enforcement and from every other industry and sector where they are posing a threat to the public, because you see the malice, you see the psychotic obsession, you see the intent to continue, even in the face of real-time knowledge that it's being exposed. This is going to result in a real-life prosecution. People are really going to mental institutions. People are really going to federal prison. People are really going to suffer the consequences, and they are till the end. Again, 9:41 a.m., this is speaking to the ongoing obsessive endeavor. The entity is engaging in the ongoing ability to cover up its light source, as you've seen over and over again. It's not even the natural environment. It's not even naturally occurring. And the entity engages in, when I'm showing you and speaking you to their demon possession, covering it up. That's not a cloudy day. It's not a normal weather. This is the natural environment. This in and of itself is showing an ongoing unlawful determination. It is described as what I have called the impermissible threat. That impermissible threat that is being communicated by the people of the state and the demons that are the Los Angeles Police Department. The world needs to understand that they are going to suffer severely under existing and federal laws that shall be implemented against enemies to American society, such as the Los Angeles Police Department, such as the people of the state. This is the state of California that's engaging in what is terrorism, and it's occurring in the U.S. All right, again, it's 9:42 a.m. Let me show you the light source that, like I told you in the previous video, did not go anywhere. This is the demon possessed that are engaged in an ongoing obsessive system, and the more that I speak to the truth to their condition, which is it literally informs their criminal activity. This matter of public corruption that's going on in the state of California, it is because of what is demon possession, and that is the explanation for what is the criminal conduct, but speaking to that level of obsession, which is unfathomable to the normal human mind, okay? But like I said, this is in every way something that is beyond the natural. This environment is not natural. This light activity that I'm showing you is not natural. The level of malice by demented individuals who are acting corporately to target one that is not of that same condition. I want to be clear, stalking somebody in an entire helicopter, understand the levels to which you must be disturbed in order to engage in that. And this is a pattern. The police departments in a whole different area in the same exact phenomenon, which is beyond a coincidence, are doing the exact same thing. Okay, that's beyond a coincidence. It literally is something that is speaking to what is a high level of mental disturbance, which is to be addressed by the federal government. All right, again, it's 9:43 a.m. and that's LAPD that is engaged in that ongoing obsession by a corrupt law enforcement agency that is suffering from demon possession, which is that is the explanation for what is their criminal conduct, and it's relevant with regard to the ways in which they're going to be punished. But I want to be clear, that's an impermissible threat to my life. It's an impermissible threat by demons who are to be removed, and they're criminally facilitating the demons who are surrounding driving in traffic. They're not driving in traffic, they're pacing around in relevant position. That's how you have what is the light activity that you've seen. That's what they're doing, light activity all over. They're monitoring me. And you know that because there is no explanation for the presence of this light source or this light activity. And that's what you are looking at, okay? This is P.O.C. This is, again, my address is 1806 North Alvarado Street, apartment number 6, in Los Angeles, California, P.O.C.